Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And wow, we had a good time talking to multinational, world and national champion, U.S. Army veteran shooter Jolie Golub. And cool. I mean, she's written books for kids. And this is a girl that's won, she said 16 national championships or something like that. It just blew my mind.
And very cheerful.
Very cheerful. Yeah, very cheerful. So we're going from Kansas City, Missouri, down to south to Birmingham. We're going to talk BASS, and who better to talk BASS than the CEO, who I know we had him on. It didn't seem possible. He said 6.5 years ago. But, man, I was a young man then.
You were never a young man.
I was never a young man. I was born old, I think is what it was. But our good friend Bruce Akin from BAS. Good morning, Bruce.
Hey, good morning, Larry. Thanks for having me on. And I was a lot younger then, too.
Yeah,
and I've got a lot. I would say my hair's grayer, but it's just balder.
Well, I do have hair, you know, but it's hard to show it when it's under your arms. That's what I tell people. But you never know what I'm going to say, Bruce. But you guys have, in 6.5 years, you can look back when you started and all the new things you guys are doing. And I know you're proud of the accomplishments when you look at it and the classics coming up. And we're going to have Ron Wong down there, bless his heart. I hope he comes back. But he'll be down there, and we're getting ready to do our classic preview here in March. The week before, folks, we're going to have about 6 or 7 of the classic competitors on the show, and looking forward to the classic. But, Bruce, let's talk a little bit about the high school competition. You guys just signed on with Mossy Oak. And, of course, our good friends down at West Point, Toxie and Bill Sugg and Cuz and all of them down there. Talk a little bit about that, Mossy Oak being now your new title for Camo for BASS.
I tell you, I think that was one of the quickest deals we had come together.
Really?
We met the week before, I think the Thursday before ICAST last year.
Uh-huh.
They were going to be introducing this new pattern Elements.
Yes.
Up there, and, they had done some patterns with the Turkey Federation and Ducks Unlimited and such, and had an official pattern, and said it only made sense as they launched into this fishing pattern.
Yes,
that they connect with bass. So we talked, and it seemed to make sense. So I think when the doors open on Wednesday or whatever day it opens on ICAST, we had signage and
it was there,
a deal in place. So we launched that. Of course, Kevin Van Dam's is sort of their lead.
That's not a bad leader.
Yeah. So we thought if it's something he's connected with, we want to be part of it as well. And then they also had an alignment with Hook.
Yes.
As well, and they're one of our sponsors and one of our partners. So we did that, and then that just kind of quickly came together. And just launching the pattern Elements, and then the Agua pattern.
The Agua
pattern.
Yeah,
Agua. Whatever it's called.
Whatever it is, that's the pattern that's in there. And a lot of folks don't realize, Bruce, that partnerships are really important to you guys, aren't they?
Yeah, they absolutely are. And then, and then you talk about the youth and high school programs.
Yes,
and,
yeah.
They just came in and said that's their sweet spot, and they wanted to get behind that. And, I think Mossy Oak's the cool pattern among the youth, too. So they're involved with that. They're involved with college as well. So we're off and running on it, and, they're also offering the pattern to others of our partners.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
To license it as well. And so good folks down there, and they were good to work with. And like I said, if it if they all came together that quickly, and you had a melding of the minds on everything, life would be good.
It would be good. I mean, you didn't even have to make that drive from Birmingham to West Point, did you?
That's right. They came over here.
See there? They come to you, and we'll talk a little bit about 2018 at BASS.
Yeah.
You guys have been innovated on things that you've done. You've taken the social media thing. Now it's instant. Whereas you and I growing up, I'm not aging you, Bruce, but I'm telling you right now that if you'd have told me Instagram was around, I think that's some kind of cookie or something like that, But
well, it's funny. We were just laughing about that earlier. Said that some of the marshals we were talking about how the marshal photos and things instantly from the boat, and we have the live coverage and the live cameras, and that's one thing we've been really trying to do is build on the coverage of the tournaments, because I think everybody loves to be in the boat and learning from the pros, and they're kind enough to share their secrets and sometimes their locations. But we were joking about half the marshals will have a flip phone. Because the older guys like us.
Okay.
But so we've got to equip them with one that'll take photos and things, and then video and things.
But it's instant now. I mean, if a guy falls out of the boat, going for a bass or anything like that, it's on the Facebook page or wherever it might be. And so 2018, you're heading over to the east side of the river now for the big tournament, and it's become, golly, I'm not saying that what happens at the Classic is bigger than the Classic itself, but the change from where it used to be to now in almost winter has been really accepted, hasn't it?
It has. I think the changeover was good. We've tweaked it a little bit, moved it up into March. Gives us a little better chance on the weather. As you remember, last time in Greenville it was record lows, and the boats were freezing to the trailer, and things like that first day. But we're real proud of the improvements we've made with the Classic, and the Classic's really become a place where the industry introduces new products.
It is. I mean,
that was just at ICAST, and consumers get to see them, and we got we've had averaged over 100,000 attendance the last 5 or 6 years at the Classic. So
that's almost as many as Neyland Stadium. I've always told the people that. I mean, that many fishing folks coming. And, of course, I can remember when I was outdoor editor of the Commercial Appeal back in the 80s and 90s and things along that line, and we'd go to the Classic. It'd be August, and everybody wanted to go in because it was they wanted air condition and things along that line. But and then people said, well, they ain't going to work. Not going to work in March, And look what's happened. So
and it's kickoff to the season, and even last year, we kicked the season off in Knoxville on Cherokee, and this year we kicked the season off before the Classic at Lake Martin last weekend. And our internet traffic is just out the roof.
Amazing.
We had, 30% more live views this year than we had last year at Cherokee. But you got the cabin fever effect too. People are ready to get started, and most of the country they're still inside and freezing, and although a bunch of them are watching it from work.
Yeah, that's right. They are. And again, we're talking to Bruce Akin. He is the CEO for BASS here on Outdoors with Larry Ray. And I know that you made my day, Bruce. You know what happened?
What's that?
My magazine came in the mail. Okay. Yeah. Right. I mean, I love to get a magazine in my hand. I know my granddaughter doesn't know what a magazine is. I mean, because you guys, there's none that put out a better magazine. And I can tell you that I don't know in this present day and time, keep doing that until I pass, okay?
All right.
Can we make a deal on that?
Let's do it. Because it's still a vibrant part of what we do. So, in fact, Kevin didn't even know he was on the cover. I saw him last week at the tournament, and I just happened to have one, an advance.
Just happened to have one with you,
in my briefcase.
Yeah.
He said, "Well, I haven't even seen it because we were talking about something." So,
oh, it's a good one.
But yeah, it's great. Well, folks here do a good job on that.
They do that, and I know my good friend Brian Brasher's wonderful kid. I could call him kid down there, and he's does a great job. But Bruce, we appreciate you taking time. Always good to talk to you, buddy. And
you too,
like
Larry.
I say, Ron Wong will be down at at the Classic in the Carolinas. Ron, he's one of only 18,000 million wogs in the world, but you can't miss him. He'll be there doing it for us. We'll see you. We'll stay in touch. He'll look you up.
Okay.
You have that magazine with you now, because I'm staying alive till that magazine goes, okay?
All right.
All right, Bruce. Thank you, buddy. All right. Let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Be right back.